Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday. It is the 10th of November 2021. And this is a video I've been talking about doing for a while. I wanted to show you this, and as you can see, it's not even out of the box yet, so we're going to open it up together. We're going to check that all out, and we're going to go from there. But before we get started in the video, I just want to remind everybody I will be live streaming tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and topic to be determined. I don't know what the topic is going to be yet. But so what this here is, guys, is more of a tent stove, okay? But it can be utilized. This is something that could be utilized in an apartment. So actually I'm going to come in closer, I think, so you guys will be able to hear me, I hope, while we're doing this. But this can be utilized in an apartment, anything like that, and we'll talk about how to do that as we do this video. But let's get this opened up and we'll take a look at it. Now, this stove cost me, I think, about 150 bucks, I believe was the total of this. You can get them right online. Obviously, you can see I got this from Amazon. So, right on Amazon, go into the camping section, tent stoves, and here you are, okay? So, a box within a box. Now this thing here only weighs about 20 pounds, so it's real lightweight, easy to deal with. And I'm going to show you this. So, let's see. Oh, hello. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let's see if this is. Okay. There's that. There we go. Alright, very easy to put together that way. Got your parts in here. Alright, so what we have here, let's see, I think it was, yep. More piping for your stove. I'm going to show you this. Very small stove, okay? So you can see in there, there's the top. Really easy. You have this piece here is going to go in the back like that. Then you're going to put your piping, obviously, like that. You have your legs for that need to be put together. You have your top here. So now I can take this and I will turn that the other way. With the extra piping, I can go right out of any kind of wall. Very, very small, very, very compact, very easy to put together. And then you have your your little latch for the door, and for your tray for your ashes underneath. But this little wood stove, guys, this is something that's going to heat a decent sized area for you when the time comes. It's going to be a really good thing. It's going to be a huge asset to have. Again, total weight of this is 20 pounds. So it's actually something that if you were in a situation where you had to also bug out, it's something that you could take with you. Now, I would suggest if you were going to take something like this, have yourself a little red wagon, something to that effect, that you can pack stuff in and pull it behind you instead of having it on your back. Because 20 pounds of this on your back and then other stuff, and this isn't looking like it would be the most comfortable positioned on your back, is my guess. And so that is, how that would go. But again, this is something that you can cook on the top of this. You could boil water, cook food, whatever you needed to do. It's a small, compact stove. It is designed, obviously, you're not putting in full-size pieces, so you're going to break down. You're going to be using like kindling pieces, or take your regular rounds and break them down into much smaller pieces. And that's what you would utilize this for. But this stove, for 150 bucks, could be the difference of life or death in an emergency situation. Now, what my suggestion would be to people, if you're going to get something like this and have it, so if you were going to utilize this in an apartment, what would I do if it was me and I was in an apartment? Emergency happens, the heat is off, you need to have this going. Ahead of time, I would have fire brick that I bought that I could put underneath it so that the wood stove itself would be standing on fire brick. That's a fire retardant, so that you're not going to have hot embers fall on the floor, catch your house on fire. All right, behind it, I would get a piece of tin and use that as a shield for the wall behind it. Again, number one, it's going to reflect heat off of that and back into your house and not overheat your walls and stuff like this. This is something that you could put right into, vent out of a window and stuff like that. Very, very easy to do. They have material that you can buy that you could put around the piping. So as it's coming up and it goes out the window, it's not going to be as hot. And so that would be my suggestion to folks if you wanted to do something like this. It's a smart thing to have. Again, in a situation, so some of you are going to say, well, we're not allowed to have these in our apartments. Granted, this is not about supplementing your heat now. This is about having this in that emergency situation when the grid goes down and you cannot keep yourself warm, when you cannot keep your apartment warm. If you had this, as long as you have an outdoor window to an alley or to the street or whatever the case may be, this is something that you could utilize to keep you alive. That's what you're getting it for. You're not getting it to set up in your apartment now and burn, and then have the landlord come in and be like, what in the heck are you doing? That's not what this is about. This is a survival mechanism. That's what you're getting it for. I would encourage you guys to get one of these. Again, I have no affiliation with the company. I'm not even going to tell you what company it is. I'm going to suggest that you go on to any camping site, go on to Amazon, onto eBay, wherever you want to go. It's up to you. Feel free to go wherever you want to go. But this is something that can be the difference between life or death in an emergency situation. Freezing to death in your own home would not be my idea of a good time. And, just not a good thing to do at all. So if you can put yourself in a situation where you can survive, that's what you're trying to do. So I, again, highly encourage you to get one of these so it's not going to break the bank. You're not having to spend thousands of dollars. To get a wood stove, Ed, it's going to cost me thousands of dollars. Well, this is not thousands of dollars. This is, like I said, 150 bucks, I believe, is what I paid for this. And that was shipped. And again, 20 pounds. It's something that you could, if you have to bug out to a situation where you had to get out of Dodge, you could utilize this. Now, you can get a bigger one if you wanted to get something a little bit bigger, spend a little bit more money. Absolutely something that you can do. Your choice. I wanted to get this because I think it's a good thing to have. I'm probably thinking I might set it up in here, see how it does. see how it heats this area. This is a pretty good size area. So this little wood stove might not be quite large enough to do so. But again, I'm hedging my bets, having something as a backup to backups. And I think it's a good thing to have. As long as we have the wood stoves in the house, we're going to be just fine. But let's say SHTF happens, and now I have to, in here, have people in the greenhouse. Well, now we have a heat source for them to be able to stay warm. I could fit a lot of people, and just their body heat alone would keep this greenhouse warmer. But also, with this little wood stove, it could make the difference of how many people can survive and how many won't. Again, just one of those things that you need to think about, plan ahead for, and be ready. So I definitely would like to hear all of your feedback on this, and I want to hear what you guys have to say, in the comments. Do you think this is worth it? Do you think it's not worth it? What do you guys think? All right. Again, to me, having multiple options is the smart way to go. So, like I said, again, I'm going to encourage you to do that and be as ready as you possibly can be. So again, tonight I will be live streaming at 8 o'clock. I would encourage you again to join me then. So I'm going to jump off of here for right now. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your week is going great. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race, which I think is really important. And people need to realize that we're being played and have been being played for a very, very long time. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I want to show you one more thing here with this. So, got this little device here. We got the fire going. It's nice and hot. I want to take that off. Bang. And you can see the firebox itself is not a bad size. It's big enough. And then I just need to put that back on. Right? And there we go. Easy as that. Same with the door. The door, bring it, well, it's, the ground's in the way, but anyway, or maybe that, there we go. So I want to get that closed, bring that in, bring it down. So, good thing to have, good little tool. Again, difference between life and death, folks. Your choice, you can do whatever you want. But me, I'm going to make sure I have multiple options on how to survive when the time comes. And again, if I had to bug out of this location, I can pack this up, throw it in the little red wagon that we have, take it with us, and wherever we set up, I can have a fireplace. All right? I will see you all tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.